Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. Oberlin residents are on high alert as more rain is set to worsen their already difficult situation. The historic town has barely recovered from severe flooding triggered by this past weekend's torrential rains. Emergency workers are advising residents to prepare by stocking up on emergency supplies to last a few days. The town mayor and head of the Civil Protection Unit say preparations are complete.
All the agencies who took part in the meeting at our crisis headquarters are on high alert. All the necessary preparations have already been taken care of. We decided that sandbags would continue to be distributed throughout the afternoon. We have decided to fill another 1,000 sandbags, which the Army and the local fire brigade will help distribute. The Red Cross will provide dehumidifiers, which will be needed later. All emergency agencies are on the ground.
The Croatian Armed Forces have some 70 soldiers on the ground and a dozen water equipment pumps and transportation vehicles in Oberlin. Another 260 soldiers are on standby.
As you know, the Armed Forces is already in Oberlin. We are also observing the situation in Karlovac. We are in continuous contact with the relevant agencies to coordinate all the available information so that we may be prepared and able to react appropriately to this natural disaster.
Karlovac is also preparing for the upcoming floods. So far, 5,500 sandbags of a planned 8,000 have been filled and distributed to help hold back the deluge. The Kupa River is expected to rise to 660 centimeters by tomorrow afternoon. However, standard flood defense measures can cope with levels of up to 700 centimeters. The 72nd gathering of the UN General Assembly got underway earlier today in New York City. Prime Minister Andrej Plenković and Foreign Minister Marija Pejčinović-Burić are participating in this important global gathering for the first time. Secretary General Antonio Guterres spotlighted several threats in his opening address, including nuclear arms, climate change, and ongoing conflicts.
We, the peoples, and the United Nations face grave challenges. Our world is in trouble. People are hurting and angry, and they see insecurity rising, inequality growing, conflict spreading, and climate changing. The global economy is increasingly integrated, but our sense of global community may be disintegrated.
While in New York, the Prime Minister met with representatives of Croat communities from around the United States. He thanked them for their enthusiasm and said he wanted to encourage those in attendance to do something positive for their homeland.
This is an opportunity to gather with all of those who would like to do their part to help support their homeland. They always do this with great joy and have been doing it for generations.
Interior Minister Davor Božinović announced that an agreement had been reached with police union representatives on a salary increase for more than 7,500 police service employees. The move is set to bring them in line with other state services such as the Army. The ministry has also agreed to upgrade essential equipment and gear used by police departments over the next few months.
Over the next month, we will speed up the process of acquiring modern uniforms and technical equipment. We will also sign into action the procurement of winter boots for our police force later this month.
A two-day international conference held in Zagreb on so-called critical infrastructure concluded that it was vital for Croatia to define exactly which buildings and companies fell into that category. Experts concluded that these crucial entities must have extra protection to ensure the continued functionality of society in times of natural disaster or terrorist attack.
We know for sure that the state utility HIP would fall into the category of critical infrastructure, but as of right now, there are no regulations specifically defining them as being critical infrastructure. And that's the same with other such companies in Croatia, which would obviously be classified as critical infrastructure. We simply lack the proper regulations.
In Petrinja, near the central town of Sisak, a monument was unveiled in honor of French journalist Pierre Blanchet, who was killed when his car hit an anti-tank mine as he fled an attack by the Yugoslav National Army and rebel Serb forces in 1991. The Croatian Journalists Association has launched a campaign to mark all the spots where foreign journalists were killed while reporting on the homeland war.
Unfortunately, our war was not unique. Journalists continue to be killed around the world. Even as we unveil this memorial plaque to our colleague, Mr. Blanchet, as we speak, a journalist is being killed in some war zone somewhere in the world. That is something that we must always be aware of.
160 members of the British and Croatian armed forces took part in a joint training exercise in Knin. The drills focused on rescuing soldiers wounded in battle and how best to administer medical aid. The goal is to also improve the cooperation and understanding between the British and Croatian military. Croatia's Defense Minister, Damir Krstičević, and the UK ambassador to Croatia were on hand to observe the day's events.
These exercises confirm once again, just like the ambassador said, the excellent partnership between the United Kingdom and Croatia. We consider the United Kingdom to be a key European ally in the area of defense and security.
Taking a quick look at sports, in handball, PPD Zagreb and Slovenian side Celje finished in a 25-25 tie in the fourth round of play in the regional Ceha League. In sailing, the Laser Standard Men's World Championships wrapped up in Split this afternoon. Unfortunately, Tonči Stipanović, the reigning Olympic silver medalist and Split native, was unable to compete due to illness. Tonči's training partner and Split resident since 2006, Pavlos Kontides from Cyprus, took home the gold medal, while Australians Tom Burton and Matt Wern claimed the silver and bronze respectively. Croatia's best result was 18th, claimed by Filip Jurišić.
Yes, of course I'm satisfied. These are the World Championships. I think I sailed among the very best, but I didn't take full advantage of the chances I was given.
And in tennis, Croatia's Jana Fett made a first-round exit from the WTA tournament underway in Guangzhou, China, after losing to Kailin Zhang in 3 sets. The weather forecast for tomorrow calls for cloudy skies and rain showers in the interior. The Adriatic coast will see scattered clouds with rain and thunderstorms with increased intensity in places. The northern coast can expect relief from the storms by the afternoon as skies will begin to clear. The Adriatic will get a strong northeasterly wind in the north, while Dalmatia will get a northerly and northwesterly. Seas are expected to be rough. Morning lows of between 7 and 11 in the interior and between 12 and 17 on the coast will give way to highs of 17 to 21 degrees Celsius. Calm weather is set to return to continental regions on Thursday, with light rain expected in the morning in the far east of the country. Friday and Saturday look to be sunny with only morning fog in places. Mornings will continue to be cool, while expect temperatures to rise steadily during the day. Weather along the Adriatic will stabilize, with sunny skies and warm temperatures returning by Thursday and Friday. Winds will be a weak to moderate northeasterly and northwesterly. And that brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow night.